All right, testing, testing.
Test,
Are
test,
we
test.
on? Are we on?
Let us know how we sound, people. If there's anyone out there.
Hello, everybody. Let us know how the sounds.
Sounds?
How the sound sounds. We are officially underway for the 6th annual Barry Hooey one-time memorial tournament here at Leather Pocket in Calgary. Sitting with me is Johnny Pompey, one
in the house.
of Barry's team members.
Yeah, and like always, we got a little bit of a bounty on our head.
$50 bounty on all of Barry's team.
A side, B side.
On both sides, yep.
Nice little match going on here between Martin and Dean. I think both guys are fairly evenly matched. This will be our 6th year hosting this event.
I can't believe it's been 6 years.
It doesn't feel like 6 years. But I think we had to take a break 1 year, did we?
Because of
I can't
COVID?
remember. Yeah. I can't remember. I guess we'd have to look at the trophy and look at the dates.
It would make sense, yeah, because it was, I think it's always been at this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
And COVID didn't lift until spring? I want to say spring. Sorry, guys. Just trying to get the chat up here, so give us just a minute. We are following along on both sides of the chat, YouTube and Facebook. I have the Facebook, I have the YouTube up. Just trying to find the stream on Facebook, so just give us a second here.
And Dean hits it off nice with a nice break here. Not 100% sure. Is that the 2-ball that almost went in? So I think he's looking at maybe going rail first. It's very hard to tell what color these balls are from the screen, because we are now in a little cubby hole. Not like before where we can actually see the table right in front of us. Wow. I think Dean hit that really well, and just a hair thick. Leaving it in pocket here for Martin. Maybe a little unlucky for Dean not to make that shot. Felt like he hit that pretty good.
All right, guys, we have both chats up. Good to go.
And just let us know here, now that we got the chats up, how we sound. Are we too loud? Are we not loud enough? Much appreciated. Martin here is going to have to really negotiate the 2 balls there on the right side. Doesn't want to hit any of them.
Oh, rail first, that was nice. He's going to land great for the 3.
Yeah, that was perfect. And Martin's definitely plays here quite a bit. So he's used to these tables, and his game's definitely jumped up in the last little while. It's been very fun to watch. And as I say that, he misses an easy shot. But hey, you know what? First game of the tournament, being on the stream, you know, you got to get rid of those the rust
nerves, yeah.
And the nerves, yeah, definitely. It's always a good couple shots into the game, you know, 1 or 2 games to kind of get that arm going. Very rarely will you see people come out hot.
Oh, almost made. That was almost a really great safety.
Yeah, and like I said, you know, like just getting those first couple games out of the way. I think Dean could have laid that on the 5, you know, maybe next match or 2 matches from now, or games. But he's going to give Martin a nice little shot here. Just wants to try to get back middle table here. Oh, he elected the safety. Did he hit it good enough?
Just.
Yeah, and if you've never played on a stream table before, you're going to have to intensify those nerves a little bit more.
A little bit more pressure.
Nice little shot there by Dean. Forcing Martin to go rail here first.
How do we sound, guys? Does it sound okay? Too loud? Too soft? Should be able to hear us okay.
And you know, that's I think one of the hardest shots you get on this table is playing with a carbon fiber, and try to massay that a little bit. It doesn't work like a wood cue. So he didn't get that bend that he would normally get. And it takes a little bit of time on the carbon fiber to get that feel, just to bend that around because there's so low deflection. I like Dean here with the headband going on.
It's like the Karate Kid.
Yeah, Johnny Lawrence.
Yeah. Sweep the leg, sweep the leg.
But he doesn't have a whole lot to do here. You know, just draw
Everything's
back for-
open.
Yeah,
Yep.
draw back for this 5 ball and maybe roll it up just a touch with this 5 in the corner for the 6 in the side. I think the percentages of him running this out are fairly high. But like I said, you know, you got to deal with the first game jitters and being on the stream. But I know both these guys are no strangers to the stream because they've been on here a few times in previous tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to use the 9 ball to kind of hold the cue for the 7, which I don't really...
I think he could have made that a little easier on himself.
And like I said, he had to roll down, you know. But like I said, you know, the nerves. So what he's got to be careful about here is that when he does hit contact with the 9 ball there, that he doesn't hook himself on the 8. Oh, so he went for the 9. He didn't even try the 6.
Got fortunate there, left a tough shot. This is not easy.
He did leave it tough, but, you know, if he would just roll down on that 6 ball, it's an easy shot into the side pocket, and it's natural position to the 7, so...
Oh,
is he going to get a fortunate roll here?
he did.
Nice.
It's a big 7.
That's right. I mean, he was trying to hit that 6 a little thicker on that bottom rail to send that 6 ball towards the 9 ball. Just hit it just a little bit thin, but gets away with it.
Oh, I guess they can hear me, but not you as much. Let me turn you up.
Turn me up just a little bit.
There we go.
How's that going? Better?
A little bit more even, you guys.
Nice kick shot here, and he gets away with it. Martin's going to be able to see about half the ball here. So he's probably just going to try to get that 6 ball to the bottom rail and try to get this cue ball up past the 7 here. Just got to watch you don't leave it near that corner pocket.
Oh,
Just like that.
left a hanger.
And he would have hooked himself on the 7. But let's just blame it on first game jitters. What
We
are
can.
their Fargos? What are their Fargos?
Let's take a look.
Yeah, let's take a peek.
I don't know if anybody out there is looking, but we did actually post the draw on Digital Pool, so you guys are able to see it there. Let me just pull up their Fargos here.
Would it say on Digital Pool what the Fargo is? That might be an easier way to...
I don't think they did list them, did they?
No, they didn't.
We'll have to go old school. We're going old school,
All
right?
right.
Right to Fargo rate. So Dean Holden,
I'm going to say like 620.
6'11".
Ooh, that was close.
6'11". I can actually put that in here.
Okay, perfect. And if you're with Rogers, that's how you get a hold of Rogers, 6'11".
And Martin.
626.
6:30. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
a good
close.
guess. It's a good guess. I know both these guys, and I know they both play pretty good. And so I know they're in like that lower 600 range. but it's a tougher 6:30.
Oh, just slightly overcut there. I think we just need to get this rack out of the way. This is the first.
This is the first rack of the
match.
first tournament, the first streaming match here. Nerves are a little high to start with. If you look at the draw, I think we have 14 players over 700.
Yeah, this is a big one.
And then there's another handful of guys at 680 and up.
I think I think we counted about 60% of the field is over 650 maybe.
Probably. I think if you did an average, it would be pretty high. And how many players did we get for the tournament?
96 players. So a full 96 players. We have 10 9-foot tables. A side is going to be played 9-ball on the 9-foots. B side is going to be 8-ball on the 7-foots.
Yep.
10 9-foot tables on the A side, and then we have 8 7-foots on the B side. So the weights are going to go pretty quick.
Yeah, it's Barry Hooey, who we have this tournament for. 2 of his favorite games was 9-ball and 8-ball. And so to host this tournament using both is just a tribute to him.
Well, I mean, it's double, triple purpose, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's both of, Barry's favorite games.
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely helps the tournament go a lot faster.
Yeah, when you're dealing with 18 tables.
Yeah.
And
on the third hand, it's kind of a nice little adjustment, as a tournament. The players that are normally favored on the 9-foots are not necessarily favored on the 7-foots and vice versa, right?
I agreed 100%.
The players have to change gears a little bit, work on their speed.
Yeah, like I think Dean and I had a match on the bar box, and it was a race to 6, and I believe him and I broke and ran the first 4 racks. And then I think he came up dry, and I think I beat him 6-4. But it just shows you, like, you get these guys on the bar box, and they start playing really well. And 9-foot is such a different monster, But Martin plays on the 9-foot every day almost.
Yeah. His game has really jumped up, actually, over the last.
He used to go to those tournaments when he was like 560 or 550. And so he's earned his 911 or his 930 or 630.
630, yeah.
He's definitely earned it.
Risky Biz on YouTube is asking if we show the score. We sure do. It should say 1-0. We just got through the first rack. We just started. So that's why it was 0-0.
Yeah, we started 15 minutes ago, but it was just getting things organized and getting ready. So this match has probably started like within 10 minutes. So
we're getting there.
The first couple games are always slow. Like I said, if you've ever been on a stream, you're just adding pressure to all the pressure that's on this tournament to start with. So I don't blame anybody to come here and kind of like not play their best pool to start. But as this match goes on, you'll start to see these guys start playing a little bit better. Especially Karate Kid here. Cobra Kai. I can only say that because he's pulling it off. He looks great.
We are in for a long weekend of pool, guys. There's 96 players, only 18 tables. Only 10 on the 9-foots, so the A side's first couple brackets, the A side's going to take a little bit to get through. But once we get to the B side, like I said, the B side's going to be on the other side of the room on the 7-foots, playing 8-ball, so it'll speed up the player weights a little bit.
And if you could do us a favor, just you hit share button, get this out there.
Share the stream. We'll be here all weekend. There's going to be some great matches, too.
Oh, I'm looking at this draw, and it is...
not easy.
It's not easy.
Anywhere you are on that draw, it is a tough go.
Mm-hmm.
Some monsters in the room.
Yeah. We got some legends in the house, like Brady Golan, Stan Tarancho, right?
Edwin Montel came out for this one.
I saw Edwin coming around. And Edwin never plays, and I tell you, man, I think the last time he showed up, I think he got second.
Yeah.
And he like played pool the day before the tournament.
That was a great shot by Martin there. Good stroke.
Very nice shot.
Good stroke. Would appreciate it, guys, if you shared the stream. And if anybody watching has the link to the draw, if you post it, I can pin it. We've got all of our gadgets are going with the chats right now. So if somebody could post it, that would be great. Good evening, Darcy. Thanks for joining. You are watching the 6th annual Barry Hooey one-time tournament here at Leather Pocket.
It's going to go forward 2-rail shape. Nice and confident.
3 rails.
I think in the beginning he couldn't have pulled that shot off. But he's starting to get a little bit comfortable. And he ended up a little bit straight on this ball. So he's definitely going to have to work with the 6 ball here.
I hate that. I hate that. You play such good, 2-3 rail and you end up perfect. How do you end up perfect?
See, what a great shot that he pulled off
good.
here. And I tell you, when you're that straight on that ball, it's a little nerve-wracking to go straight like this with the juice. Because with that deflection and everything, you could bobble that ball. But it seems like he's starting to
settle in.
That's right. First game was definitely rough. And right now, I think Martin is showing that he's starting to shake that nerve off a little bit quicker. But once we get into this like 3-3, 4-4, whatever it is, you're going to start to see these guys play a little bit better. And who else have we got on that list that's, legend-esque?
Legend-esque? Well, let's see. We'll finish this rack and then we'll take a quick look.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, there's more players here as well. Like Ben Francis is rolling in, Stephen Holem, Joe Spence came out here, Eric Vargas is here. It's a stacked field. I think Brian Butler and Carlos came up from Edmonton.
Actually, you know what would really help, Megan? Could you grab us a Calcutta? Oh, a sheet, a player sheet? That would be awesome. I think Larry would probably have one. But then we would have the player list with all the Fargos, and we can tell you exactly how many players we have over 700.
It says 14.
Is it 14?
So 14 is 700, and then I think Sean McKay's at 15, and he's a 697 or 690 something. And then that's where I kind of stopped looking.
It's a big portion, though. $10,000 added for this event, thanks to the Leather Pocket.
Leather Pocket's always doing their best to help promote pool and pool players. And there he is.
There's our man right there, Captain Calgary.
And if you see the big smile on his face, you got to tell him the story about this.
So we actually ended up going to a Flames game. My husband Grant and I were at a Flames game, and we had gotten some tickets right on the glass on the corner of the Saddle Dome. And this is our first time sitting on the glass. And it just so happened that that Barry was taken to that game.
Yeah, I think him, Joe, and Jackson.
Him, Joe, and
they
Jackson.
They were up in the nosebleeds.
Yeah, that's right. So we offered to give Barry one of our seats on the glass for a period, and he was just so happy. I don't know if you guys have ever sat on the corner of the glass of a hockey game. It is a completely different experience.
I don't know that feeling.
It was, I can't tell you if I will ever have that again. It was like we were gifted those seats, but it was pretty amazing, and you can tell by the look on his face just how happy he was. He was elated.
Yeah.
A real hockey fan. He had never sat on the glass. Had his jersey on. It was a good time. It was a pleasure to spend that time with him.
Yeah, it's definitely a moment in life that's something that most people won't forget, you know. And it just shows you what the pool community here in Alberta is like. You know, we always like to take care of each other, and it's like a family.
We are a family. The pool community here in Alberta
That's right.
is pretty amazing.
We go down to Lethbridge, High River,
Medicine Hat.
Medicine Hat,
Yeah.
Edmonton, Red Deer, you know. And it's like just catching up with old friends, that people that don't travel to tournaments as much. Nice little hit there by Dean.
We
Is
have
he going to get fortunate?
we have a really great pool community here, and I would say we're very heavy on the VNEA tournament because it just happens to be at a great time of year, and so a lot of the Albertans go down to Vegas at the end of May, June every year, and when we're there, it's like one big pool family.
we take up a bunch
awesome.
of those tables. At
We
least we
do.
used to.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
back in like 2018
Yeah,
and
the Suds
stuff
and
like
Chips.
that. Like there's probably like 60, 70 of us there. We just take up all the tables.
Yeah.
And and always good laughs.
I think in Alberta is we have this like pool mecca.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that is. I mean, I think out east, like in Toronto area, like their pool scene is strong, but I would put us up against them as far as like per capita amount of players plus skill level. I don't know
Yeah.
why that is, but
I mean, if you go down to VNEA and you see what Alberta has done, I think it was 2019 where in intermediate we won.
It would have been 18 because 19 was COVID. Oh no,
Yeah, 19 we went
19.
down.
Yeah, you're right.
But
20 was COVID.
There was the one team, they won intermediate, and
Yeah.
then the ladies won masters, and then we won masters, but second place was also from Calgary,
Yep.
and the second chance tournament was Team Spain.
Yep.
So that's like 6 teams.
Pretty strong, but I also think just because of, out east, it is much more expensive for the flights too, right? So I don't think as many of them travel to that tournament maybe.
It could be that, yeah. I know there's a lot of great players out in the east for sure.
There are definitely some strong
Yeah.
players. I just think numbers wise, I don't know why we kind of flock down there. Maybe is it colder here? Do we just crave that hot weather that
Well,
time of
I
year?
mean, to be honest, we just drive straight down Deerfoot, right to Medicine or Lethbridge,
Lethbridge.
and the border's there. And once you cross the border, that's the I-15, and it's a straight shot to Vegas. So we've done
It's
it
a long
in like
drive, though.
17 hours.
I can't say I've ever been crazy enough to make that drive. I think going down would be great. It's the coming home that I think would really kill me.
Well, I think a few times, Martin's just kind of didn't look confident over that shot there. He kind of jumped up on that just a touch. But, a lot of times, like, Ben and Joe, I've taken down to Los Angeles because my best friend lives in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
So we've taken that route back. And then we've taken up the Gold Coast up to San Francisco, and, we mosey on. So it's not as terrible of a drive coming back. Uh-oh, this looks like it might go on the side.
Oh, he's saved it. Saved it.
And this would be a great opportunity if you play some big tournaments like this. You get a shot like that, take your time, kind of like shake it off, and then shoot this 8-ball. And I like that Dean just didn't get down to shoot, because you come close to scratching like that, your nerve gets a little bit of a jolt.
Oh, he did not miss that by much. Yeah, he's a little bummed he missed that.
Yeah, but I mean, that was not easy. That was a missable shot. But I like the way that he took his time over that, because a lot of people, they get like that and then they get down and shoot and miss. He took his time, and I mean, it wasn't easy. So Martin's going to have to really make sure that he can control this cue ball. Because does he go rail first? Does he go ball first? It's going to react so much different. And he's putting a little spin on it, so you just don't want to end up short. And at least here, he's middle table, and he's got a decent chance.
Cliff is asking if the headband is part of the dress code. You know what? It could be because it does not say on the portrait that there are no headbands allowed. It says no dirty hats.
No dirty
Hats are
hats.
even allowed.
Yeah.
Hats are allowed as long as they're forward facing and they got to be clean.
If you had a headband, Cliff, you could wear it, buddy. I know you got it.
You guys have the same haircut.
They do have the same haircut. Yeah, and I think Martin, was a little disappointed on the shape that he got. But he didn't leave Dean a very easy shot.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say Dean's going to make this.
The shape that Martin left could have been a lot harder. You jinxed him. I think you jinxed him.
I'm sorry, Dean. That's my bad.
Dave says on YouTube, he says, the trip back from Vegas is harder because it's all uphill. Which is true. It is true. I just think, at the end of, whatever, 10 days, 2 weeks in Vegas, hardly sleeping, socializing so much, playing so much pool, at the end of, you got so much adrenaline, you're looking forward to going down, so going down's not a big deal. It's the coming home, you just want to get to your own bed. You're done. You're cooked
it's
after Vegas.
It's almost like you need a vacation after your vacation. But I've driven down, I can't even count.
I've never done the drive.
20 times?
To me, it's worth my $400 or $500 to get home in 3 or 4 hours.
True.
I don't want to spend 30 getting home.
Cliff's like, I'm still listening.
Well, we said it loud, Cliff. We said it out loud.
I'll just tell you right to you. I'll buy you a headband.
Yeah, all those shots were definitely makeable. They were.
But
I mean, they're a little tougher. They could have been a little easier, but. Martin gets another one on the board.
Martin's the plus equal.
Martin is the plus minus. Yeah. Top, bottom.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I kind of remember that.
Yeah, Robert says it's not so much the uphill as the hangover fatigue drive that sucks.
That-
Like I said, you're so cooked after Vegas, you just want to get home to your own bathroom, your own shower, your own bed, a home cooked meal.
Yeah.
You just want to get there.
10 days in Vegas is definitely draining.
Yeah.
But like I said, after Vegas, we've gone to LA, we've gone to San Francisco. I think Joe and I went to San Diego and took in a baseball game.
See, and that's different. Like
Yeah.
if you have like a
'Cause you gotta
destination after
unwind.
Vegas,
You
and
gotta unwind.
and take your time coming back because you have other destinations, that's different. But getting in the car, packing up all your stuff, and making a 30-hour drive home is
30 hour. Come on, you're adding time.
wow.
It's
Including
like,
stops.
It's
You
like
gotta stop.
20 hours. But I could do it in 17.
I could probably make it in 15.
But the best part about driving in the States is you can. You could do a.
It's
you
like
could
the
do-
Autobahn.
You could do like 90 miles an hour. And I mean, the speed limit's already 80 miles an hour. So that's roughly 128 kilometers.
I got a heavy foot. That's my
But I heard if
kryptonite
you got,
is-
like, say you did 90
yeah,
and you got pulled over,
right.
like $30, $40 ticket. And
Okay,
no
you can
points because you're in
handle that.
Vegas. And you just, whenever I drive down, I make sure I got like $200 cash on me just in case.
Yeah, no, I have a heavy foot. I got clicked right outside Moose Jaw going to Four Bears. And I think I was doing like 180
Oh, jeez.
just going into Moose Jaw. It was bad. It was bad.
That's like 110 miles an hour. That's fast.
Yeah, dude, I was cooking it.
So I think that he's kind of got off angle on this three ball. I think he wanted to play this three ball in the bottom right corner.
He's okay. He's okay. It's a slight cut. Slight cut. But the 4 ball also still goes to that top, both top corners. Right? He's just got to see. I like this shot. I like that little bit of a cut, play some draw, and come off the side rail.
Yeah.
That's my favorite shot. Mitch says 20 hours. Mitch, I'm saying like 16. I can do it in 16.
I've done it in 17 hours on average. But you know what? There's usually 3 of us driving. And when Ben and I went, I actually drove to like Salt Lake City, just outside of Salt Lake City. And we just got a hotel room because Ben at the time didn't drive.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then we went to like Sago Canyon. There's a bunch of petroglyphs there. And it was like just an amazing thing to see. So we spent like a couple hours hanging out there. So looks like Dean came up just a hair short on this 4 ball.
Yeah, a little bit of cut on this 4.
So he's going to hit the... See, if he made that, he would have hit the 9 ball, and sending that cue ball up table. And I think this is probably one of the hardest things about a tournament that you get into is, you know, you got the nerves going, you're on the stream, so now you're overthinking everything. And so I think whoever settles in the quickest tends to win a little bit more. And I think now that Dean seems to be fighting, you know, it's like quicksand. He's got a little bit more pressure on him. He's missing a few balls that he normally wouldn't miss.
That's my analogy. The quicksand is my analogy. Don't steal that. Don't steal that from me, Johnny.
I've been using quicksand for a long time.
Don't steal that analogy from me.
You know, like the more you
the more you fight, the deeper you go, you know. Sometimes it just gets worse and worse and worse.
That was a really nice shot by Martin. But it's the truth. And so Dean needs to really figure out what he's going to do, because the position he played from the 3 to the 4, you know, I think on a good day it's an easy shape shot. But today he came up a little bit short because of the nerves and stuff, so he just needs to...
I think he just got to make the ball come off the end rail.
Yeah, well, he made the ball. He just came up super short, probably like 3-4 inches short of shape. And that just compiles on to, you know, and you're looking at going down 3 or 4 nothing here. And, you know, Martin's going to start to feel his stroke a little bit more. He's definitely coming up a little bit short on this, so it's going to be really tough to get onto the 7 ball. I don't think he can cut this in either corner without scratching.
It's a tough one. See, I do a stun draw on this shot.
But to get down for the 7.
But you got to
make that. That's what I mean. Is like,
yeah.
Oh, he got lucky.
Oh,
but I was gonna say the only way he could do this is if he plays the inside bottom and play 3 rails to get down to the 7, which he did do. He did get a little fortunate making that.
But that's the game. That's the game of 9 ball.
Yeah. And this only just makes it worse for Dean.
You know what, though? What I do love about that, though, is that he acknowledged how he got a little fortunate there. That's right. He was not expecting that. And he got good shape on the 7.
Yeah. But same thing. You know, like you're shooting a 7. You just got to forget the fact that you just got lucky. I know he feels bad, but you just got to, like, take that out of your head and just focus on your next shot.
Mitch is asking what kind of car do I drive. Now I drive I've got a Volkswagen Atlas now, but at the time that I got my ticket, it was Steph's Acura RDX. And that's the one that got clipped at doing 180 into Moose Jaw. That was a pricey ticket. Robert flies back and forth from Vegas to Kentucky, only for ACS for 5 days. Even when I'm not playing or seeing this trip, it's a good 18, 20-hour day there, bare minimum, if you're lucky. Yeah, for sure. I mean, your days in Vegas are long because nothing shuts down. You're trying to cram so much in. You're there playing pool. You're socializing. Then you hit the strip, or, you know, you go to...
you can start at 9 in the morning, have a match at 11 at night, and in most of the times, in the daytime, you don't want to go out exploring, especially if it's a summertime because it's so hot.
Yeah.
So you save your exploring for, like, the evening. And so say you play till 11 and you go walk the strip. Now it's like 1 o'clock by the time you get home, and then you got to play at 9 again.
Well, and then by the time, like, you haven't eaten, so now you go out with your buddies, you know, for something to eat. And you want to go outside of the hotel, so you're taking an Uber somewhere. That takes time. You sit down for a nice meal, you know. There's a couple hours there. The Vegas days are long, I will tell you, as long as they're blocks. Whenever anybody says, hey, it's only 2 blocks away, it is not what you think.
That's like a 20-minute walk.
At least.
But Vegas is a great place.
We do
It's
love it. That's
super,
why we
super
keep
fun.
going.
And you know, for an amateur style, you know, it's one of it's the only place you can go and compete in great tournaments with great players.
I love it. Like we see like the same because the same players play in the same divisions every year, so
Yeah.
you kind of get to know them
That's right.
if you go all the time, right? So it's nice to see the guys from Colorado and you know.
Yeah, great guys from Colorado. You know, even for VNA this year, you know, got to hang out with some, got to watch some of the guys play that we know. So we have some friends up near Minneapolis area. And then we have like the Quebec, the Montreal or the,
the
Quebec, guys, right?
Yeah.
Great players. They won it the year before. And then we had good homies from Winnipeg. Wow, he tried the zigzag shot.
Put a little too much juice on that.
Well, he couldn't jump the ball. And he couldn't play one rail because just his angle. So the Z shot, I think, was his only option.
That's a good try.
And, you know, he hit it pretty hard. So it definitely compressed off that first one, which really shortened it up. So D needs a big win here. So
Dean could use a game on the board here. I think he's doing, I mean, for a couple of those games, he did most of the work. Got it down to the last couple of balls and then just hung a ball, right? So
see if he's got the nerves to play this 3 rails, and he does.
To close one out here.
Slow down cue ball. I think he's got just enough angle here. He can slide over for the 7. But he kind of overran that just a touch. But I think he should be fine. Dean is a straight shooter. Whoops. Did I jinx him again?
I think it's you. I really do. I do think it's you.
I'm sorry, Dean. Dean can play pool. He's a good player. Like I said, him and I, we played a match and we had like 4 runouts each, you know. But that's just how it goes sometimes in pool, right? You get a couple bad rolls, couple misses here and there, and you're fighting just to get back into stroke here. So it's kind of like gonna have to get just a little bit more spin on this ball.
This is not an easy shot.
Leaving himself a very tough shot.
This is my nemesis shot here. Running balls down the rail.
You know, from this angle, it's tough because it's very hard to hold for the 8 ball. So even if you make this, you know, you're gonna have yourself a tricky 8 ball. And he hit that very well. What's going on, Peter? How come you're not playing, buddy?
So I got my hands on one of the player sheets here. So Johnny was right. We got 14 players above 700, ranging from 701 to 766. And we have 22 players over 680. 40 players over 650. So this is it's a pretty hefty tournament.
Yeah, if you were to add up all the Fargos, your average would be pretty high. Ooh, look at this, and misses it.
What I love is that there's actually quite a few players under 580 that are just, looking for the experience or here to play the good players, I
was talking to a guy from Red Deer. He was telling us he's here for the experience. I think he was last on the list.
Adam.
Yeah, Adam. And he's having a blast. Nice shot, Dean. Don't scratch. Oh, stay up there. Yeah, that's Martin just kind of overhit that 8 ball. Ended up with a really tough 9 ball. And definitely didn't leave it easy for Dean, but it was good to see that Dean made that and did not scratch. 1 for Dean.
We got 25 players under 580. So good on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I was telling him back in the day, like Ben and I, we used to run like these little B tournaments, and we'd win them every week.
Well, there was no such thing as a handicap tournament back then.
There were no handicaps, right?
Yeah. So you were forced to get better.
And so once big tournaments started coming up, we were like, hey, let's go try our luck in this. And we were always like little kids, man. We'd run over there and we'd play these big tournaments with all the big names. And, as time went on, we started competing in those tournaments. But, the first couple tournaments that we went to, we donated money just like everyone else.
Yeah.
you know.
I do kind of miss those days. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, all these handicaps tournaments are, you know, I think like the best example I heard was, you know, I've probably spent $20,000 to make my game better, and you get somebody who comes in and has probably spent $1,000 getting their games, and I got to spot them like 8 games in a race to 10,
Yeah.
right? Oh, I've been traveling. I haven't been playing pool, but I've been traveling a lot.
I'm actually surprised you're here, to be honest. Because every time I see your Facebook, you're somewhere.
Yeah.
You're somewhere.
Yeah, we do a lot of traveling. You know, I definitely don't play a lot of pool, but I've been practicing all week, so cross my fingers. You know, in 6 months, I probably played like less than a dozen times. A couple tournaments here.
Well, you're all domesticated now. Other priorities.
I'm almost grown up.
Almost grown up. It's like you're growing up right before my eyes, Johnny.
There's a nice shot there by Martin there. He held a nice angle on the 5. You know, the only thing he's got to be careful about is his weight for
He's
that,
got good angle
that
here.
8 ball, you know. Don't want to clip that and scratch or hook yourself. Just
Oh! It's like he heard you. He heard you.
I see the angles, man. Oh, yeah. Thanks, brother. I hope I do well. You know, I definitely put some time in this week. You know, you don't forget the game in your head, but you know, you just have to make sure that the muscle memories are good.
Yeah, the muscles don't cooperate some days.
So he did have a piece of it.
Yeah.
So that was good. See, and that's what I mean. Like he almost hooked himself, and he kind of just took his time, knowing that he got away with it, and then he proceeded to shoot his 6 ball here.
A little back and forth for the 8.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Well, his weight was there.
So
Missed the shot.
Yeah, I think the big thing with that is he kind of had to put just a hair of check siding. So once you do that, then, you know, your angle of your 7 ball changes, and that's why he missed. Because he had to hit that just a little hard, but with the check siding, and it's really going to push that 7 ball. So Dean's just going to want to hit this tight with a little bottom and come off those 2 rails. Slow down cue ball.
Oh, it came in a little hot.
Yeah. See, and the thing is, he didn't put that little bottom on there to kind of kill the cue ball off the 2 rails. I think he hit that almost with like a stun shot or like a follow through, like middle ball. But even though the score says 4-1, I think Dean's had a few opportunities here, and he's just kind of trying to find his gears. But it looks like both guys settled in just a little bit now. You can see they're playing a little bit better than when they first started out.
Yeah, a little bit looser.
Yeah.
A little bit looser. Mitch says he definitely misses those straight up days. I do too. I do, Mitch. I feel like I get it. I get that people want to play within their skill level. That was a great cut.
That was a nice shot.
Nice little tick by Dean there.
Yeah. Well, you know, and that's the thing. Like, you want to get better, and you gotta put yourself out there.
You got to play the better players,
You know,
right? If
like-
you always play the 580 and unders, you'll
right.
always be a 580 and under.
That's right. You know, I could say even for Ben and I. All right, nice shot, Dean.
4-2, climbing back.
And when we went to these tournaments, like when we went to B tournaments, like we would win a lot of the B tournaments. And when we went to the big tournaments, you know, we were happy if we made the money, you know, and eventually we just got better and better. Some more pictures here of Barry and his daughter, his granddaughter.
Yep. His sister's there.
Mm-hmm.
This we after that Flames game that we were talking about, we actually had an actual jersey customized for him with his name and
His favorite saying.
his favorite saying was "one time." You know, he would always yell at the guys, "One time, come on, one time."
I remember the first year we were in Vegas, and it was in the finals. and the guys were playing great, you know. And Barry gets into this tough situation, and he banks this one in the side,
Oh, that was CCS.
right?
That
No,
was
no, this was in Vegas.
oh in
He's done it
Vegas.
in CCS too, but this was
Yeah.
Vegas. and, he, and he just pounds it in, and he jumps up. He's like, one time,
One
and then he gets
time.
and makes the next shot, and then he think he had to bank the 8 ball, and
Yeah.
once he gets that that groove going, then he starts playing like Barry, And he just let his arm go, and he killed it.
Yeah. Anyways, that was his saying. The
Yeah.
one time. So
That's right.
hence the 6th annual Barry Hooey one-time memorial. But we're doing it for the 6th time.
I think there's a tournament coming up that's 520 and under.
Is it 520?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's $300 entry fee.
I think you're better than that anyway, Josh.
Yeah,
Don't
these
even.
fair matches are like, like, I don't know. If I played somebody and it was a race to 8 and he had to go to 2.
I think honestly in the Fargo Fair match, even though I think the minimum race should be 3.
3 is good, yeah. But I've
I
done it
think
where
that
it
should
was
be the
like
minimum.
I've gone to 8 when a guy went to 2. And I think I lost like 2-0. Like he ran out both tables almost.
Yeah.
I think the first game he ran out to the 7 ball and played a lock-up safety. And then the next game he played a lock-up safety on the 6 ball, played a beautiful bank on the 8 or the 9 ball or 8 ball to get down to the 9. Like he played good. But
Well,
how
it's
can you
tough,
justify that's
especially
a win?
yeah. Well, especially when it's 9 ball, right? And
Yeah.
even as on paper the better player, if you hang a 7 or an 8 ball and the guy only has to make 2 balls to
Yeah.
get out, he's on the hill.
And you're like a 550,
Yeah.
like you're going to get out.
Yeah.
There's
I think the minimum race should be a 3, but that's just
yeah.
my opinion.
I think they did change some of that because I know Ben and I were talking about it. And I get it, I just don't think it's a win. If you're going to beat somebody, beat them straight up. And I think a lot of guys can do it, And the only way you're going to believe you can do it is if you play in these tournaments.
You got to play better to be better.
That's right. And like I said, Martin here and Dean, I think, are evenly matched. It's just going to come down to who holds it a little bit better. And Martin seems to be holding it a little bit better than Dean right now. Oh, there's a nice picture of us sitting here.
Who takes these pictures?
I think you're in the back there. Is that your head?
No, I'm taking the picture.
You're taking this picture?
I'm taking all these pictures.
That's not your head in the back behind the screen?
No, what are you talking about?
But if you see where we're all sitting here, and we have a little seat for Barry, and we always put a beer on the table for him.
These guys take the jersey. They bring the jersey down from the rafters, and they always take it with them to these big events.
Yep. Our team would not exist if he didn't have his big plan one night.
Well, and what makes the relationship with Barry so great is that he would take not no offense, but he would take like all these misfits, the guys that, had moved here from another city, didn't have a whole lot of family, didn't have a place to live, and he would take you guys under his wing and make this little family.
Yeah.
And he did it
100%.
so good with you guys.
I've been to his house many times. We'd watch basketball playoffs, or you know what I mean, like just hang out. We'd watch hockey.
He just had such a great heart.
Yeah, and there was always a few people staying at his house that they didn't have anywhere else to go, and he took care of everyone. And then just one night, he said he wanted to put together a team to go down to VNA and win the World Championships, and he did.
And who knows? It just ended up being the dream team.
Yeah.
You guys did a lot of great things together. You guys you meshed well. Your personalities fit. You guys were all kind of like in the same age
best
group.
Friends, really.
Yeah, and you guys, were road dogs together. You were roommates.
Oh, we did everything
You spent your
together.
free time together. You guys go to, movies together.
Oh.
Kids call you guys uncles.
Yeah.
It was. It doesn't happen for a lot of teams, so you guys did get lucky. It doesn't happen a lot.
I think the brackets are on Calgary Pool Scene and Leather Pocket on Facebook.
Digital pool. Digital pool.
It is digital pool, yes.
Digital pool, and look up 6th annual or leather pocket. It should be there. If somebody finds it and you post it, we can pin it on the stream for us.
It is
We've
on the
just-
Facebook, anyways.
Yep, it is posted
Yeah.
also on Facebook.
I don't know how to do it onto here. That's
Yeah, if somebody posts it, then we can pin it. But we've
Okay.
got all of our gadgets kind of monitoring the chats. So
yeah. True that. True that. So, do you think Dean's gonna go for this shot, or do you think he's gonna try to elect to play the 3 foul rule here?
I kind
I
of
think he's going for this. I mean, I would prefer to see the safety, but
he makes it like but a 2.
I mean,
that
maybe
looks like the 2-9.
it's a 2-9. Yeah, that's correct. I think the thing is that the angle that we have here isn't great. You know, so maybe that one was clearer than I thought. Well, he did the smart thing there. Is he gave it a little extra power, because you do not want to leave that 9 ball in the pocket if you miss. So I think got a little safety here by Martin. Try to get up towards that 5 ball and did it very well. So we're going to see Dean maybe play a jump bank shot here. We'll see what he feels comfortable with.
Oh, there's the draw right there. I will
Oh,
pin it.
look at
Thank
that.
you very much.
Muchas gracias. Or in my home language, miigwech. That's Ojibwe.
In my language, I just say
Chichen.
thanks.
You're like the whitest native or whitest Chinese person I know.
I just said thanks.
No, we're both pretty washed out. So nice little safety attempt there by Dean. At least he hit it, you know. So same thing here. Martin just wants to try to get middle table here. Looks like he hit that just a
Oh,
little
he doesn't want to
heavier.
be under the 5. Oh, he did
Yeah.
all right. Just a little bump. It's like the worst thing is, you know, you come around a couple rails and you sit, you know, and then you hook yourself on top of a ball or something
That's
like
right.
that.
And you know, like the hardest thing, especially when you got your nerves going, is just feeling the weight of the table and the speed. Like, I think on a normal day, he hits that perfect middle table. It doesn't come close to the 5. He's got the angle to get onto the 4. You know, but now you're adding a few more things to this game. Makes it a little bit tougher. Looks like he's going to pound this. Yeah, see, like, just makes the shot harder. But I don't mind the aggressiveness, you know. He's not holding back. He's not playing safeties. He's going for it, you know. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. And he got away with this. So, once again, Dean's coming back to the table, and he's got an option of playing a combo or playing another safety. And sometimes that could get frustrating. Let's get this cue ball down, play this 2 rails.
Oh, I like what he did there. That was a good shot.
If he gets past the 7 here,
Ugh.
he's looking real good. But
Not bad, not bad.
it's a very nice shot.
Martin can see this 3 ball here. I don't know if he's able to make it, but oh. Back cut bank. Does the 3 ball have a path to that top left corner?
Does it go past the 9 ball?
Yeah, I don't know if it gets by there. It'll
Where
might be
our
tight.
desk was located before, we were able to look at the table and make that judgment, but right now, we don't have that view. So Dean just elected to play safe, and he hit it just a smidge too hard.
Cue ball leaked out there.
That's right.
Martin's going to get a good look at this 3. Just a few inches too hard.
That's right. And he's got to be careful, because he's going to try to pound this with bottom. Wow. I was going to say, you got to watch that he doesn't hook himself on the 8.
That was brilliant. Did you see that? That was brilliant.
I know. He's got a big smile on his face. I could tell when he's laughing, you know?
That's 2. That's 2, Martin. That's 2.
But, hey, anytime you're in a tournament, sometimes you get all the rolls, and you know what? You can't feel bad about it. You just got to go with it.
And it's 9-ball. You got to
That's
be
right.
good to be lucky, lucky to be good some days.
Because sometimes those are going to go against you.
That's true.
You know, and so all Dean has to do is weather the storm here. You know, stay focused, play smart, and you're going to get your opportunities. But when you get your opportunities, you got to hit that home run.
I like to use the 6-ball here, maybe. Oh,
Well,
he went the other way.
He tried to play the same safety that Martin just played, and that one's an always tricky safety because you don't want to hit it too thin, and so you tend to double kiss it like that if you don't hit it properly. So now we'll just see here. Martin's feeling a little bit better out of both players right now. He's gonna have to pound this in a little bit to get that angle.
He missed the pot.
And like I think he was a little straighter than he wanted to be, and that's why he tried to force that, cheat the pocket a little bit. And these pockets are tight. They're not big pockets here. These are diamond tables.
4 1/4, right?
4 1/4. I believe it's Predator cloth. Is that correct?
No, this is championship cloth, I believe.
Oh, this is champion. Oh my God,
believe.
Dean.
Oh.
No.
That is unfortunate.
He kind of went rail first, and that's why he shifted the ball over like that. If he would have hit the ball first, then he would have came off those 3 rails. But it was such a tough shot from that angle. And we're playing with the Arcos 2 balls.
Yes.
So
that's my favorite set of balls, actually.
I don't mind them.
I like them.
I got a set at the house and play with it, whenever I'm home. So all week I've been playing on there. I think it came here last week. I came Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the tournaments.
Okay.
So there's
The
10 ball
weeklies,
on Friday, 8 ball on Saturday, and 9 ball on Sunday. With I think there was 37 on Friday.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
No, that's a good turnout.
Like 35 on Saturday and 43
Oh, okay.
on Sunday.
I feel like that Sunday is just going to grow bigger and bigger.
Oh.
If you guys are in the Calgary area, the Leather Pocket here has some great weekly tournaments. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's 9 ball, 8 ball, 10 ball on the Sunday. I believe the 10 ball is handicapped, is it not?
The 10 ball on Friday and the 8 ball on Saturday are handicapped. So it's Fargo.
10 ball straight up on Sunday.
And then 9 ball is straight up. So race to 5 and 4.
Okay.
5 on the A, 4 on the B.
But there's a 10 ball pot on the Sundays. $10,000.
So the way it works out is it's $100 a ball. So if you break and you make a ball on the break and you don't have a shot on the 1 ball, you can collect your $100.
Oh, you can quit.
That's right.
Okay.
And then if you run out 5 or 6 balls and you want to quit, well, you get $500 or $600.
Right.
But if you want to go for the gusto,
If you
and
can
you
run out all
to
10.
the 10 ball, you get $10,000.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Sampson just won it
A couple weeks
a
ago.
couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it was crazy. I watched that.
Yeah. I just saw the pictures of him, and they put the 10 grand on the pool table. And,
It's
he's
an
taking
easy
everyone
Sunday.
taking everyone out for dinner.
Easy like a Sunday morning.
And there's added money,
Yeah.
right? So I had an opportunity to go to Edmonton and play in the Fall Classic. But I decided to stay here in Calgary because I wasn't really hitting a ball to play in the Fall Classic, but I figured I'd come to a weekly tournament and I can kind of find my stroke.
Right.
So I just played the 3 tournaments and I made a couple bucks here.
Yeah.
And so, it just got me ready for this weekend.
Yeah, you
But,
got to hit some balls, right?
Yeah, and I can't remember what first place was. Ben was telling me maybe $500. It's not bad for a Friday tournament. I mean, you can literally do weekly tournaments Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and make a decent living.
Yeah.
So you got the bank on this? Oh, he went for the bank, or did he try to play safe?
I mean, we're lucky to have that added money for these. Not every pool hall is able to do that, right? So, but if you are in the
feel privileged and an honor to have such an establishment that cares about pool players.
Yeah. If you are in the Calgary area, Leather Pocket has great weeklies. Hidden Spot's got a really good one too on Friday nights. I think it's a 580 and under on Friday nights.
Yes, they do.
That one's pretty popular.
Yep.
We have a new pool hall out in High River, which is fantastic. Sticks
Yeah.
and
I think
Bones.
they got 10 ball on Friday, 8 ball Saturday, and 9 ball Sunday as
Yeah.
well.
So if you're out on the south side of town, there's always a great tournament out there as well.
What's it called again?
Sticks and Bones.
Sticks and Bones. If you're ever in High River, go to Sticks and Bones.
It's a great place out there. Nice, like it's huge. Have you been out there yet?
Yeah, yeah. We went to a tournament
Yeah.
out there. I even asked them, I said, was this a mall back in the day?
Yeah,
Looks
it
like
was.
a mall. And they're like, yeah, it was. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
It's an old strip mall, and I think they got their spaces got it's like an old kind of like conservatory kind of feel. Like they've got the big high ceiling, and
Yeah.
then got the big skylight in the
Yeah.
middle. So they got lots of natural daylight,
That's right.
and they're a really nice place.
Yeah.
Good people too.
Yeah, I really enjoy going out there. It's from my place. It's a long drive.
Actually, I can't. Like I really
Even for
like.
you, it's further.
Oh yeah, it's almost. I think it takes me about 50 minutes to
With
get
your
there.
heavy foot.
Yeah.
So normally
With
it takes
my
me an
heavy
hour.
foot.
It takes me like an hour.
For exactly.
And you're at least 15, 20 minutes from me.
Yeah. But we're fortunate in the Calgary area. We've got some great room owners.
That's right. Chills has always been a great place to go and play.
Top Shots in Edmonton.
Top Shots is a great place for Edmonton. Probably one of the best pool halls in Alberta.
Yeah. It's
I
set up
think so.
wise.
It's spacious. He's
Yeah.
got the 9 foots. He's got the 7 foots. He's
Lots
got
of
ping
spectator
pong.
space.
He's got golf simulator. He's got 4 snooker tables.
Yeah. Heated snooker tables.
Yeah. Well, the one's heated.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
just one?
Yeah. Great venue. I love going up there for the tournaments.
Yeah.
And the reason I didn't go this time is because I haven't been playing and I needed to practice. So I thought instead of going 2 and out in a tournament, I could play 3 tournaments for the same price.
Yeah. Hidden Spot in Calgary too is another hall that's owned by a couple of pool players.
Yeah.
Joanne and Dave.
Yeah.
They have some great tournaments there
pool
too.
players themselves.
Yeah.
So, they always maintain beautiful tables. They got the same tables we got here, I believe.
Yeah.
They're all diamond tables. They got a few 9-footers upstairs and some 7-footers. But they also got all the pinball machines.
Yeah, lots of arcade games there.
It's always a great place to go and hang out.
Lots of people. But yeah, Joanne's on the pro tour, so plays great.
She's on the tour. She's here tonight.
She is here tonight. I will flash that picture up during the next rack.
We were having a couple good laughs there just a few minutes ago when I was doing my rounds and saying hi to everybody.
Josh says LP #1. We do love ourselves some LP. Some leather pocket here. It's just it's just your good old-fashioned pool hall. Nothing fancy. There's no flashing lights and disco music, anything like that.
I've been to this place when it was down the road on 4th Street. It was half the size of this place.
It had like 6 parking spots.
Yeah, it was right from the beginning. And then when he opened up this place, like there was no air in the corners, so he wasn't allowed to like be open.
Oh,
Nice
great shot.
Dean. Get out of that corner pocket.
Come on. Spot shot.
Yeah, spot shot.
Spot shot for the win here.
Don't even worry about it. Just shoot it. And, of course, we have Mojo Billiards.
Yeah,
in
that's right.
Airdrie.
Good call, Cliff. So that actually is owned by, I wouldn't say owned, but it's run by Justin and Brandy out of Airdrie. And they're doing a great job there, too. It's kind of like a small conference room or a ballroom back of a travel lodge. Is it a travel lodge?
Best Western.
Best Western?
Yeah, I pulled into it. I'm like, well, it's got to be in here somewhere.
Yeah,
and
but
I
it's
didn't realize
great.
it's in the back of the place. And I walked in. They got 6 tables in there, or 8 tables in there. They got a couple diamonds and a couple valleys. I think they're working on having all diamonds in the future.
Oh, did I just...
I made it. I pushed it.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
So is it 6-3?
6-3.
Sorry, guys. I didn't see Johnny change that already.
I'm fast. You
It is
taught me how to
6-3.
do it, and I don't even tell you I'm
Just
doing it.
caught on like quick fire. Yeah, but anyways, Brandy and Justin run a great room out of Airdrie there.
They run
It is,
a really good league out there as well.
I think it's triple sanctioned.
Yep.
It is TAP, CCS, and VNEA for their league. Plus, they have a singles league out there. And they've got 8 tables, four valleys, and 4 diamonds. And they've got the full kitchen of the Best Western, plus their own little bar in that back room there. And it's really nice. Those tables play great. So they have weekend tournaments there too if you're able to hit that pool room. Joey says she loves the pool scene here. So many options. I mean, there is no shortage of pool halls to go to. You are definitely able to hit up any of them at any time of day, and you'll find yourself a good game.
Yeah, it's definitely a great place to live. I was in Vancouver. I was chit-chatting with one of the guys out there, and he was asking me how the scene was here. And
I think we have the best pool scene, to be honest.
Oh, it's fun, you know. Like, look at this tournament, 96 players.
And like this filled up in a matter of like days.
Like 3 days tops.
Yeah.
You know. 3 days and this tournament was full. And I think there was another tournament, and it was like the Lenny Memorial, and that one was filled up in 2 days.
Yeah.
Because I think that one we capped it at like 64.
No, I think that one we extended to 96 too.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
96 players. It's great. Like we can fill up, 100 players in a tournament.
Yeah, like when I first moved out here, I remember like we'd go to Medicine Hat. There was the Boston Billiards there. Ooh, we got onto the rail here.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. He's
hopefully
straight.
He's got an angle on this.
He's pretty straight, and he's off the beach.
Oh, he had enough angle to come back.
That was a good shot.
Yeah, but that forces him to take on this long 8-ball, you know? And these are one of those shots where you really have to respect, because you can bobble that corner pretty easy. Look at that, just strikes it in like nothing.
That was a good shot.
And I think that's the big difference in this match is that, Martin kind of settled in a little bit better. He had a couple good rolls, and, and that's why he's up 7-3. And I think Dean's kind of settled in a little bit, but, when you give away a few games there, it definitely is hard on the brain.
Here's Bev and Joanne with Barry. This was just after he found out he was sick. I think this was his birthday, was it not? I think it was his birthday at the Hidden Spot, or was this?
Well, that is the Hidden Spot.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure this was his birthday.
Yeah.
So Bev and Joanne.
He found out when we were at the Westerns in Red Deer. Because like the team that I was with, we were playing them, and we had like a huge lead.
Yeah, I do remember that actually.
And then PJ came over and kind of told us the news, and I mean we all just kind of, like
deflated. Yeah.
And they ended up beating us in the 25th game, and it was definitely hard on the brain. At that point you don't care if you win or lose. You're just like, man.
Yeah.
Like.
At that point he just he wasn't feeling well. I'd gone in for some testing, obviously, and just got the news at the tournament that he had cancer. So it quickly, I think it was stage 4 when he found out too.
That's right. Yeah, they gave him 6 months from that point.
Yeah. So it went quickly.
Yeah, that was a rough tournament. Like, even after we lost, we were just like, it just didn't matter. It wasn't about winning or losing at that point. It was just, kind of one of those shocks of the system you hear about your friend. And there's been a few other people as well that have gone down to this horrible, horrible disease.
It is unfortunate. But we carry on his memory having these events, and I think that he would be so proud.
Oh, 100%. When we went to Vegas that year, he found out because he was in the hospital, and he was sending us all messages.
I remember I was running around trying to stream all your games for him.
Yeah, you guys did that, and so he was able to watch us from Leather Pocket.
Yeah.
There was like maybe 20 people here watching us play.
Constantly.
Yeah.
Constantly.
And, you know, getting that text message after, you know, it just made it a little, like you saw us when we all came into the huddle. That was so emotional. So emotional.
Yeah, we've got some great pictures of you guys that year.
Mm.
Cue Ball on YouTube says, it looks like all the guns are there. Any 700s missing? I would say not many, if there are. We had just gone through the player list, and there are
Read off the 14.
19 out of 96 players, 14 are above 700. The top of the list at 766 is Stephen Holem. 757, Ben Francis. 744, Joe Spence. 732, Brady Golan. 732, Eric Vargas. 723, Rob Phillips. 723, Stan Taranjo. 719, Aaron Arganoza. Oh, Aaron Arganoza's a 719. Good for him.
Oh, he's been a 700 for a long time.
Russ Whittle at 716. Brian Butler, 708. Edwin Montel, 707. Randy Baggett made it here, 706. Stu McTaggart, 702. Carlos Barbosa is our 14th player at 701. The next is 697, Sean McKay. So 14 players over the 700. We have
a couple players very close to 700.
22 players over 680. And then, like I said, we only had 20. We have 25 players under the 580. So
That's right.
it's a big middle field for sure.
You know,
kind
I
of
know,
in that.
I know there's a few guys from Winnipeg that aren't here. You know, they're in the 700s.
Yeah, it's a far drive to come from
12
Winnipeg.
hours.
You know,
12 hours, yeah.
and it's an expensive flight because
It's an
it's
expensive
really
flight.
expensive to fly within Canada.
So
But we would love to see a lot
great
of those
players
guys.
from Saskatchewan that didn't show up.
Yeah. We are missing quite a few great players, but
Yeah, we could probably add another like 6 or 7 to that list.
oh, for sure.
And like I said, you know, we all know each other. We're all friends. You know, we definitely love to compete against each other. But if there's a restaurant and we're all talking, we're all going and we're all having laughs.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all getting on the bus to the Pepper Mill,
Oh, I remember that.
and we're going for
That
some
was
good
like
eats.
like a one of those there was a pole in the middle.
Yep.
There we go. It seems
Faceman.
like Dean is settling in here a little bit better. Nice control with the cue ball on the last few shots to really make sure that he's not putting too much pressure on himself.
Make the ball. Make the ball.
Very good.
Nice. Clawing another one back. So Faceman on YouTube says Vargas will probably win. Is there a bracket? So Vargas is number 5 on the player list. So Stephen, Ben, Joe, Brady, and then Eric is number 5. And there is like a 30-point gap between him and Stephen at number 1. So, I mean, he's going to have to get fortunate.
We were having
There's
a
gonna
little
be
joke,
some battles.
Ben and I.
Yeah.
And we're like, we need Eric and Joe in the finals. Because Ben's been there. I
Yeah.
was there. I got second. I think Steven won it 3 times.
Yeah.
You know, and I think the only 2 that aren't on that list is Eric and Joe. No, Joe got second. He lost to Ben a couple years ago.
Oh, in the second annual, I think.
I think
Yeah.
somewhere like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I do remember that.
So I think Eric's the only one who's kind of needs to win this tournament. So good call. We need Eric to win.
Faceman's asking if there's a live bracket. There is. You can find it on Digital Pool. And if you just go to tournaments at the top and then search for 6th annual or put in Leather Pocket, it should pop up there for you.
And if you're on Facebook, you can go to Leather Pocket page or Calgary Pool Scene. And they're posted on there as well.
If you're watching on Facebook, we've also pinned it at the bottom of the chat there too.
Nice little shot there by Mr. Martin.
Perfect. Left that one as a hanger.
And there's really not a whole lot of problems on this table. It's pretty wide open. The only thing he's just going to have to really control that cue ball. And so what you want, I don't know if that's a 2 ball up there or 6.
This is,
That
yeah,
must be the 6.
maybe.
So He's going to have to just dig into this and try to slide down the rail past the 5 and rail in between those two.
Oh, it's
so that is
it
the
must
two
be
ball.
the 2 ball.
So, yeah. So, same thing. You want to stay below this ball or 50% so you can use the rail to come back down table. And you can go towards that bottom right-hand corner past the 8 or 9 ball, just like this. Slow down, slow down. Well, he got a little fortunate there. It's not what he was playing. Kind of wanted to hit like that in between the two diamonds.
That was a big 9 ball. That could have been some bad luck there. Yeah.
And that's why, like, when we practice these drills coming off the rail, you want to make sure that you know what diamond you're hitting on that last rail, because that's going to influence where that cue ball goes. So, yeah, he's going to have to play kind of like a big shot here. So, middle ball with a little left-hand spin, and you missed the side pocket. You missed a 7. Just like that. And he hit it probably just a little light, but he's got a shot. Sometimes that's all you can ask for in this game. Because he did get out of position, so this is fighting back. And this is what you say, working hard for your money here. See, and he didn't have to put that spin on there. He could have just played one rail over towards the side pocket and, you know, played the inside for that 5 ball.
So what do you do here? I think safety, right?
It's going to be a safety.
Do you play the 4 ball off the bottom rail and use the 9? Maybe put the 4 on the right rail?
I would probably try to bank it towards the 5 ball and just play a little stun and have that cue ball go to the rail and back. Oh, so he had room to go this way. If he had room to go that way, I would have just stunned it and left it there. And then he would have been hooked behind.
Just like a hit and stick.
That's right.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had that much room. We definitely have the worst seats in the house. But nobody's bugging us.
It's true. My first thought was, you know, just play off the bottom rail and leave that 4 ball on the right side rail there and use the 9 as the blocker. But
yeah, the only thing of that is because, like, how thin you have to hit it, you might scratch.
Okay.
So if you bank it towards the 5 ball, you can actually hit that diamond, and you can use the 5-7 as a blocker.
Got you.
Yeah, it would have been a little bit easier.
Joey, it's Johnny Triple P.
Yeah.
John Pay Pompey with the $50 bounty.
100. 50 on the A, 50 on the B.
Yeah. So anybody that, for this event here, whoever was on Barry's team, which is Steven, Ben, Joe, Johnny, Eric, and Vino? Is Vino,
Well,
is there
so
a bounty on Vino?
Vino doesn't have a bounty on his head this year. I'm not sure why. Vino was there for 2 years, you know.
So, but that 5 anyway. Steven, Ben,
That's
Joe,
right. Just the
Eric,
5.
and Johnny all have $50 bounties on the A side and the B side.
Because then we could drag it down where we had PJ on our team for 1 year. And in the very first year, we had
Right.
Jerry Young,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
But Jerry, he doesn't play as much. He's in school, you know, but another great player, really good friend of ours, you know. Kind of wish he was
I
here.
did see him just recently. Where did I see him at? Thinking. It's not coming to me. I just saw him at an event.
Oh yeah, he came
CCS
with
maybe?
No. We were at Satina. He was on. We had a team
Oh,
together.
yes, that's right.
Yeah,
At the Grey Eagle.
yeah. We were the defending champions from last year. So it was me, Jerry Young, and Warren Drunkenchief. And so Al Johnson usually plays with us, but Al Johnson had a surgery, so he wasn't able to play. But then last minute, Warren got called away. So
Right.
Al ended up playing with us, but he just had surgery. And so Jerry brought a buddy with him, and I guess he had cancer, and so he was on this medication. So he was a really good shooter, but he also struggled because, like, you know, if you're on medication and you play pool, they are not a good team. Because you just, in this game, there's so much mental involved.
And you're on your feet the whole time,
That's
and
right.
it's pretty physically taxing, right?
That's right. So
You're not
you
running
know,
any marathons or anything like that, but you are definitely on your feet.
Yeah.
And being mentally aware like that whole time, right?
Yeah,
Just
like
trying
we,
to stay
we
with
thought
it.
we thought he smoked way too much weed, you know, but you know.
But maybe
he
there was a purpose.
Well, I mean, I think it's the medication,
Yeah.
you know, because you could see like he knows how to play. It was just a bad day for him.
Yeah, some
you
days
know.
it's a struggle for the healthy ones, right?
That's
so
right. So that's when you saw Jerry.
that's right. Now that you say that, you're right.
Yeah.
Josh says lots of fun this year. Hopefully, can play next year. Josh, I would definitely get your money in this year. This tournament here is probably one of my favorites of the year. This tournament, the Len Memorial, a Stampede Bar Box. You know, I don't make it up to the Wild Roses, but those are really good tournaments too.
Mm-hmm.
And because
I
we
think
have
I've
so
only
many
missed,
great
like,
halls here, we just have so
2
many great
yeah.
tournaments.
I think I missed 2 Wild Roses.
Oh, nice little swerve shot there. Is he going to get lucky?
He got a little lucky here, but I mean, you know, that was Martin played kind of like a soft safety. So he gave Dean the opportunity to hit the ball and potentially get lucky like he did. So, you know, we may see a one-rail kick or maybe a swerve onto this. I can't exactly see how much he can see of this one ball.
I think he can see the whole ball. I don't
Yeah.
know if he can see the left edge to make it. It looks like, but I mean, that's a tough shot in the best of times, and that's a lot of distance. But
Well, if he
and
could
are
see
you
it
able to hit
make
the
it,
window for the 2-ball?
well, all you just slide over just past center table.
Play the
And
safety.
Yeah, see, you can only see the top of it, but he played a great shot. Whether you hook him or not, that was a great shot.
And he did. He got the full 9-ball.
That's right. And
That's
so
a
he's
great
going to
shot.
leave Dean a nice little jump shot here. I'm sure he's going to play the jump shot. I just don't see him kicking at this. Looks like he's...
I don't know if Dean's actually a big on the jumping.
Okay, yeah, you could be right.
Yeah, he's
Old
kicking
school,
it. He's kicking it.
right? Cobra Kai.
He's kicking it. Dean's kicking it.
So we have
Oh,
Jimmy the
good
Baker.
breaks. Good breaks. Oh, no, he's got the one ball in
He's
the
got the one
bottom.
in the corner.
Yes.
So we have Jimmy the Baker who plays a lot, and I was playing with him, and he was cutting everything, and I said, "Your new name is Jimmy the Butcher." He's such a good guy. So I think that the only issue that he has here is that I think the cue ball's going the wrong way. So, see, he tried to force that over. So Dean needs to take advantage of here. If you want to keep your tournament hopes alive, this is the moment.
Yeah, you want to start capitalizing now, not when your opponent's on the hill for sure.
These guys are beyond the nerves and beyond feeling the stream. These guys are back in stroke here. They're starting to play better. They look a little bit more comfortable. So this is your opportunity right now, Dean. And that's all it is, right? You get these opportunities, and you're going to have to go the whole 9 yards here.
I like how this is looking. He's going to be on the right side of the 2-ball for shape on the 3.
Yeah, draw straight back for the 3.
I would just even roll forward. You like drawing back?
I think it's a little easier to get onto the 3.
All right, you're probably right.
And then you could just slide up for the 4 here.
You're
Now,
right.
I guess that must be the 7 up table, or is that the 7 by the side pocket and that's 5 up table? I can't tell.
I think that is the 7 by the side.
Okay, you could be right. And see, I don't like the way he played this. He could have just stunned forward up table towards the 7, and then he would have like a 1 rail to the... so, yeah, he just elected to play safe. And you know what? That's smart. That's discipline, you know?
Being patient, picking your
patient.
times, yeah.
You know, he knew he didn't get the shape he wanted, and instead of going for the crazy shot and selling out, he plays smart. Maybe your next shot's a little bit better, and maybe frickin' Martin just hammers this in.
Maybe.
You
You
know
never
what I
know.
mean? Like, but I do like Dean's decision here. You know, he did play a little bad shape shot, so instead of being aggressive, he just played the smart safety.
Yep.
And in the long run, this game is going to last a little bit longer.
Well, the whole purpose is to get another shot at the table, right?
That's right. Looks like he's got a Knicks Q jumper. Those things are just too good. Look at the 9-ball.
He got it moving. He got it moving. That was close.
And like I said, you know, he played the jump shot, and he almost got lucky. And that's just the game. When you're not at that table, it's out of your hands. And right now, it's out of Martin's hands. So we just need Dean to kind of bear down here and get this win. And for myself, I do not see any problems here. Everything's pretty standard. You know, one rail shape back down for the 6. You just, whatever you play the 6, you got the 7 in the side. Oh, Dean.
You got to make the 5. You got to make the 5.
Maybe Dean is still feeling uncomfortable. I've seen Dean play enough, and you know, I think he makes that shot, you know, a lot more than he misses. And then this is just going to be tic-tac-toe here for Martin.
Martin's got to capitalize here. He wants to get to the hill first.
That's right. Because I can guarantee you they're still feeling the heat.
Oh, for sure.
But it just looked like that Martin settled in a little bit quicker than Dean did.
Well, and to be fair, I mean, Martin's got a little bit of an advantage. This is his home club, right? He's here
right.
nearly every day.
That's right.
So Dean is actually from Canmore, which is about 45 minutes to an hour outside of town. So he's not
40
here
minutes from my
as
house. 25 for you.
Yeah. 22 if I'm actually driving.
Canmore's a great place.
Yeah. But yeah, Martin's got a bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, and you know, Martin does. What are you doing, Martin?
He's playing short side on the 7.
Why don't you just play the 7 in this side?
No, he wants to play short. This is like giving him
Was
spotlight.
he thinking he can get like the combo from the 7? Like even that's just kind of ridiculous.
He's taking the opportunity to make something great happen. Is he playing the carom? What's happening here?
Like,
I thought maybe he was
like,
playing the carom.
It's like the 8's over the hole, the 9's over the hole. Why make it harder than it has to be? This is what happened. Like he could have scratched. He could have left himself tougher on the 7 ball.
He's taking the opportunity to show you what he can do. That's what he's doing.
Oh, I'm going to give him a piece of my mind later. Martin's a great guy. I guess that's it. We must have missed a game. They just shook hands.
We must have missed a game. Sorry about that, guys. Maybe we got too caught up in the chit chat.
Yeah.
I hope more 9-foots. Yeah, they did add 2 more 9-foots just last week before.
Yeah.
So we have 10 9-foots here. I'm going to check and see what we've got going on for the draw. I think what we'll do is we will do a quick shutdown, guys, and bring it back once we have a couple more opponents already lined up and ready to go. We'll refresh our drinks.
Yeah.
And we will be back. So we're going to shut it down here, and we'll be back momentarily with our next match. I think there's 32 matches going on tonight, so we're here for the long haul. Lots of pool to watch.
There's a lot of pool going on.
That was
tonight.
number 1. So don't go far. We'll be right back.
We're here all weekend.
Thanks, guys.